Research, as you said, is a very essential area in the work that you are doing these days. Can you further elaborate what kind of researches you focus on and how did you manage it, and I mean how all this whole apparatus is built for this?
Absolutely. So research, I think, is the heart of any activity. I'm saying investment, but not only investment. You go to any field of life and any field of work, to be knowledgeable and to be research based is very important, because then it gives you the possibilities of a glitch or some fallback, and then you can correct your course. Research, of course, again, when I say this, journalism I consider to be my main pillar on which I stand today, because journalism told us how to conduct research, how to do comprehensive research, which are the areas from which we can get data. Then we organize that data to draw conclusions. A lot of people know in this age of social media today, there's a lot of information around us, data around us. But that data has to be converted into actionable information. That is a skill a lot of people lack. So journalists, they get a lot of information, then they distill that information into a news item to draw some conclusion. I think that is the heart of research. A lot of research just goes on data mining, but unless you convert that data into information, so that is the focus of our research. So we collect data points from various sources, then we try to see what are the trends which are emerging, whether in consumption or in expenditure, in investment side, and we feel that these sectors are growing, then in those sectors we make investments.
So, I mean, there's one area which we can call the financial learning. A lot of people do not have enough understanding and knowledge as far as investment is concerned. How do you do that? Do you have any program or any such thing which you would have designed, or which you think should have been done or should be done for the financial learning of the investors?
Absolutely. So, again, I think this is a great gap in our education, even in our formal education system. So, there is something called financial inclusion and financial literacy. Financial inclusion is, of course, including more people at the bottom of the pyramid to be part of the financial system. That government is doing through various programs, we know. Yeah. But what we lack today is the emphasis on financial literacy. Even educated people, even young people who are working today, if you ask them, do they know the difference between PPF, NPS? They don't know. They don't know how to save. They don't know. So most of the money they earn probably is lying in their savings bank accounts. They don't know how to earn money on money. See, ultimately it is our ability, incomes never, this is something which I never tire of telling people. We never become rich by earning more. We become rich by saving more, when our savings become big. So if I bought a house and that value of that house goes up, I become rich. By earning more, very few people became rich. That is what history tells us. It is when the earners saved money and that savings grew, they became rich. But very few people know about this. So financial literacy, I think financial literacy should be a mandatory part of curriculum right from 11th onwards. From 11th, 12th, you can teach students about basics of financial system, and I think college onwards, that should be mandatory. It should be like language. They must learn financial literacy.
But there are a lot of apprehensions in the minds of the people, particularly young people, given the current economic situation, and people feel that this kind of economy will not take them anywhere, and there are lesser opportunities, lesser possibilities of growth. What do you think about this kind of situation, and what would you like to suggest to the young people?
Ambrish, it is right that right now Indian economy is going through a patch of some challenges. We've seen a sharp downturn in growth. Not that we are in recession, we are still growing at 4.5-5%. Recession, of course, is defined as growth coming down, actually negative growth for at least 2 quarters. So I don't think we are in recession, and nor is there a likelihood to be in recession. But a growing country like India with large population, with very young population, it needs higher growth. If we want employment for everybody, we want everybody to be prosperous, then we need 6-7% kind of growth. Only then we can reach here. I was giving this example earlier. In 1990, when we started on this journey of liberalization, and we were 30 years younger, starting our lives, the per capita income used to be just 200. India's GDP was just $250 billion. There was not much to earn for people.